Welcome to Skills to Pay the Bills. I'm your host, Don Moragne, and this is the special segment called the Wealth Zone University. Welcome. As you know, the purpose of the Wealth Zone University is to change your mind about money so that you can change your financial future. Over the last few segments, we've been doing Straight Talk. In the Straight Talk, we've been talking about our 4 real secrets of money, which is to learn to save your money, to make sure you protect the money you save, to ensure that the money that you're saving is growing, and then the most important is to make sure that Uncle Sam doesn't take it all. Tonight, we're going to talk a little bit more about that, but we're going to answer some questions that we've been fortunate enough to get from our studio audience. And that question basically has been, okay, Don, you've told me that I need to save, but where do I get this extra money? How do I get this extra money? In order to answer that question, I've asked my personal business coach, and probably one of the smartest entrepreneurs that I know, to come in and sit with us and talk about direct sales, which we think is a medium that's going to allow a lot of you to find that extra source of money that we're going to need to make sure that we begin to build our financial security. So tonight, we've got Brynda Johnson. As I told you, she's my personal business coach. So what does a business coach do? Well, let me just tell you for a second, and then I'll let the person who does it tell you. For me, she allows me to think outside of the box. I'm so busy on a day-to-day basis working about my organization and the organization of my myriad clients that I don't have time to sit back and actually take a different vantage point. That's what a business coach helped me to do. Brynda, welcome. First, I want to say you have your own show on Cable 10. So in part of your introduction, would you kind of tell us about who you are, what you do, and then also about your show? That's a shameless plug, folks.
Hi, Don. Brynda Johnson. My show is called Wellness Zone, by Egyptian Secrets. Okay. And of course, it's Rock Your Block, Channel 10. What we do on the Wellness Zone is to educate folks. We believe in holistic wellness, and that's incorporating all aspects of the whole person, including financial aspects, which is what we're dealing with today. Being your coach has to do with me being a muse, and that entails using questions to find out what it is that you want, and my intellect along with my intuition to find out who is this person, what does he really want, what is in his best interest. And it has nothing to do with me. So it's all about coaching you as an individual. And that's how you became so successful.
That's another shameless plug, but for herself. The 2 things that are really important here is that Brynda is not only my business coach, but she's a business coach for a lot of my clients. And then one thing that we all find in common is that she has the ability to actually take herself out of a situation to help us make a better chance out of that situation. But Brynda, one of the things that is really important that we talk about tonight is direct sales. And although I'm a pretty good entrepreneur, we both are serial entrepreneurs, but Brynda introduced me to a concept called residual income, which I did not appreciate until she introduced me to it a few years ago. So starting off with direct sales, tell me what direct sales actually is as a profession or as a project.
Well, first I pulled out my hammer and made you sit in a corner while you listened.
Okay.
Because initially people have tales about direct sales, multi-level marketing, those types of avenues of residual income or extra income. Sometimes the paycheck doesn't last as long as your bills, so there are ways to find extra money. I'm probably jumping around a little bit, but
take your time.
We have former President Clinton that we saw on YouTube, and he did mention the best way to add to your income would be by having direct sales as part of your money-making ability.
And everybody knows if Bubba said it, it has to be true.
along with other influential individuals, celebrities, and politicians. And I don't always agree with politicians, but we found that direct sales, and we know direct sales, we're all very familiar with direct sales. We won't name any names or companies, but one we know about, it goes ding dong, and you know, we're very familiar. They're the top leading company in the world. And so
they make bells, doorbells, I guess.
they
yeah.
make doorbells that beautify. And then we have other companies that store food, and it goes on and on and on. So direct sales is a means of increasing your income by selling products usually.
Okay, it's consumer products. So to consumer, so there's no retail outlet in direct sales, is that part of it?
Not usually,
Okay.
but sometimes we see them here and there, but normally they're for consumer purposes.
So direct sales is selling something, a product, a service, selling it directly to the person who's going to benefit from that product or service, and then you getting paid for that transaction, essentially,
correct.
is what the basis of direct sales is. Now, why did former President Clinton think it was such a great opportunity, though? I mean, what's so great about selling something to someone else?
Because for one thing, there's no limit to how much money one can make. It does not depend on education, does not depend on gender, does not depend on where you're from in the country, in the world rather. It has no limits. It can just go on and on and on. So once a person is introduced to the concept and they learn how to sell products to an individual, they can actually make more money or income than a job.
Wow. Wow. So I don't have to have any real pre-qualifications except the ability, I assume, to talk to people would be one requisite that would be necessary, or you probably can be taught to talk to people too.
And not only that, you can be taught to show products to people. Sometimes DVDs are used if a person is shy or bashful. Companies produce DVDs to do the work for them. So a person really, the only qualification they need is the willingness
Okay.
to go out and make extra money or to introduce products to other individuals.
Okay, so let me kind of cap. So if you're out there and you're one of the people who called or emailed us and saying, Don, how do we get this extra money to save? Then direct sales is a way to do that, and you don't need any particular qualifications or pre-qualifications, but you do need a desire to put in the work to make that money that you're talking about. Is that right?
That rounds it up.
Good.
That's about it. A willingness to go out to do the work.
Okay. So let me capture one thing that you did say. You can make a lot of money.
Oh,
what
yeah.
does that mean?
It means just that. Millionaires have been made from direct sales opportunities. We personally know some. I do. And so there's absolutely no, and at young ages also. So as long as they're 18 years of age, and of course seniors as well, and all in between, there's absolutely no divisions incorporated in making lots and lots of money. The person only needs to have the desire to go out and show products.
Interesting. So this residual income, I assume making money, I make it now, I put it in my bank. What's the difference between that and residual income?
Well, actually, direct sales has little to do with residual income.
Okay.
We're going into network marketing and multi-level marketing, and that's where your residual income comes into play. Direct sales is more selling products to people for a substantial amount of commission. network marketing has to do with building a business.
So one of the things that I've fallen into is that misconception that most people have about what direct sales is or is not, and the definition of those other things that are out there: network marketing, pyramids, multi-level marketing. They're all, is it safe to say that they're all an aspect of direct sales, but just a different way of doing it?
They're all cousins.
They're all cousins, okay.
It's all one family.
All
You're
right.
your own boss.
But there is a lot of confusion about it, because when I talk to people about direct sales, they've either heard something, bad or good, about either direct sales or one of those other cousins, and they lump them all together, and then before they know it, they miss the opportunity to become involved in something that they can generate revenue from, because their misconception or misinformation has led them to not even look at the opportunity. Have you experienced that?
Well, the only problem with any of it is some people are told that they can make lots and lots of money really, really fast. And that's not always true. You must work. It's still a job, but you're self-employed, it's your own business. You do not get rich overnight.
Okay.
The other misconception, it has to do with pyramid. The Attorney General forbids pyramids. It's an illegal scam. So we're not allowed to legally be involved with a pyramid. Some people think that because there are different levels in direct sales and this type of network marketing, but everything is a pyramid. The President of the United States has a vice president, and then there, you know, IBM has top people, and
So from the echelon is a pyramid, but actually pyramids are where there is no product, so that's a scam. One of the things that I want everybody to really understand is that what we're saying is that you don't have to be in a situation where you can't make any more income. That direct sales is an opportunity for you to go into business for yourself, to interact with people, and to make substantial money. And depending upon how those direct sales are structured, you can make money currently and possibly have the ability to make ongoing revenue, residual income. So what we don't want you to do is have a misconception about it and miss the opportunity to make extra money. We're entrepreneurs. We look at all opportunities, and we found 2 direct sales opportunities that we think are extremely, extremely intelligent projects that can be extremely valuable to you if you want to get involved. So basically, we're going to talk about more direct sales in the next segment, and we want you to stay around, but we also want you to make sure that you take your kids, take them off the video games, take them off the computer, have them come watch the next segment, because we're going to talk about how direct sales can help the young people. See you in a couple of minutes. Bye.
Hello, and welcome to Skills to Pay the Bills. I am Michelle Overton with a very special announcement. Give your teen girls the push they need to become successful women. Ensure that they attend the 4th annual Loving Me Girls Conference on Saturday, March 16th, 2013, from 9 a.m. to 2:15 p.m. Join the DC Metro chapter of the National Alumni Association of Spelman College for an amazing day of engaging workshops on beauty, leadership, and sisterhood. The Loving Me Girls Conference is free and open to girls in grades 8 to 11. Only 50 spots remain. Visit the website to register. And don't forget to watch Skills to Pay the Bills.
Welcome back to the Wealth Zone University. We are just delighted to have as our guest today, Brynda Johnson. Brynda, again, is probably one of the most visionary business coaches. And as she said, she brings that vision to those of us that she coaches, because she is a natural muse. And I firmly believe that, because in my business life and the business life of many of my clients, she has had a really positive impact. We're talking today about direct sales, and we got to this topic because after our several segments about the real secrets of money, people have asked, where do we get extra money? And we believe that direct sales is one, an opportunity to make extra money, but two, an opportunity to go into business for yourself. And we also believe that being in business for yourself is the ultimate freedom. Everything else comes after that. So we're going to continue our discussion. And where we left off was in discussion of a lot of people have misconceptions about what direct sales happens to be. And we think that because of that, they don't look at the opportunities to go into direct sales. So Brynda, in direct sales, I'm a brand new person and I come out to meet you. What do I have to say or do for you to think that I'm going to be a good direct sales person?
Hello.
That's it, huh?
That's it.
Okay.
And again, it's not so much what you say, except to expound on a desire that you have or talk about a want that you have.
Mm-hmm.
And my job or our job is to help people fulfill their wants.
Okay.
And usually the want has to do with a lack of income, a lack of funds to take care of self, family, or the community if one is
So
prone.
inclined.
And it usually has to do with a person saying that they have an inkling to make more income. And if they have that drive, then that's where we know this is a go. And we just follow through with that, with the training, and help them get started.
Okay, that's important to know, because if you're sitting around the house now, or you're sitting at your in your car on the way to the house, and you're one of those people that had the question, what we're saying is, you don't have to have anything special except for the desire. And once you have the desire, then you need to know about the opportunity. Brynda and I can tell you about the opportunity. So if you tweet me at hashtag #DonTalkingDollars, that's D-O-N, Talking Dollars. I would put all the dollar, but you probably take it from me. We'll tell you more about it, okay? Or you can go to our website. Now, one of the things that we want to make sure we talk about this segment is we believe that young people need to have more opportunities than they currently have, especially those coming out of college and going to college. You and I see a lot of young people who are brilliant, who are waiting tables, who are doing other things because they can't get a good job. And they probably have not thought of careers in direct sales, careers that, as you say, can make them extremely wealthy, and as I say, can make them extremely financially secure. Tell me, how do you think a young person can and should get involved in direct sales?
Well, again, you know, we just came out of the month of February, and we've had many individuals to help us to become proud people. But the kids, as you're referring to now, have forgotten about these things, or the parents have not taught them. Today, we don't really have people like those that were mentioned in the month of February, but we have an opportunity to help children get ahead in life. And we don't have to march, we don't have to do any of those things except train the children.
So how does direct sales do that? And I don't mean to interrupt, but what I'm thinking is that young people need a career. They tend to shy away from careers that are in sales because they think it's difficult and they think it's not a lot of money in to begin with. And so they are on no real track to get there. And if direct sales can help them build a business and go into business, how do we get them to look at that opportunity, to look at the direct sales opportunity?
Okay. Well, if I had a shoe, I would fill it up with children. I love children.
Okay, that's
I love
that's a
children.
nursery rhyme.
One thing I love to do with children is to ask questions. I do this a lot anyway with everybody.
Okay, but let me just say this. We're not talking about children. We're talking about young adults.
Young
now.
adults, they're always
Talking about
my
college
children.
students. Okay.
Those children of age, even teenagers, young adults, if you don't know what's on their minds, it's not easy to direct them. And it's not about me again, it's about the young adult that you're talking with. If you cannot find out what's on their minds or to find out what their aspirations are. I'm not a motivational person, I'm an inspirational person.
Okay.
And that means getting to the heart of the individual. So by asking certain questions, why do you want this? Why do you want that? What is their why? For example, my grandson said that he wanted to have a legacy for his children and his children's children. That's big. That's really big for a 20, 21-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
If we weren't talking about certain matters in life, I would never have known that.
Okay, but I'm sure the fact that he's your grandson, he's heard you talk about those things over the years, and so he's adopted it. But one of the things that's really important is that you and I have put together an organization that addresses the need for young people to look at direct sales. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us about that organization?
Sure. You know, when kids are watching, I don't care how old the grandkids get, the children get, they're still,
still
kids.
Children, okay.
And they're children to me. And that's that nurturing instinct of mine. But, you know, when they get excited, they always say, yes. Mm-hmm. They always do that, or it's yes from somewhere. Mm-hmm. And I said, they love this word yes. And what came to my mind, being that I love acronyms, Young, YES, Young Entrepreneur Society.
I like that.
So I gave this name, or we gave the name to young people, and we decided to start an organization to help youngsters, young adults, feel proud of themselves. Since they're saying yes all the time anyway, give them something else positive to go with that yes.
And a career in direct sales, making that money, putting themselves in the business could be that yes.
Yes.
Another form of yes.
This very same grandchild is determined now. He says to me, and this is a secret, you're not even supposed to know this.
Well, you're going to have a lot of people in on your secret. It won't be a secret anymore.
He's determined to become the first millionaire in the family.
Okay, well, we're determined to help him. Yes, absolutely. So why did we ask that you have your young people come watch this segment of the program? It's because we're saying we have this organization called Young Entrepreneur Society that we want your youngster to think about becoming a member of. Even if they don't become a member, they need to know the concepts that we're advocating for Young Entrepreneur Society. And again, it's built around young people getting into direct sales. So in the first segment, we talked about the mom and dad finding extra income by going into direct sales. Now we're talking about that legacy. We're talking about you being able to make sure that your children have a career, have a business, and we believe direct sales is the way for it to go. Isn't that what you're saying, Brynda?
And it's very probable that it can happen. It's possible and probable if they stick to the plan. Now, this child is also in college, so, you know, he's going to do it part-time with other schoolmates. Mm-hmm. And it's likely that he can possibly make more money or income with the direct sales than he can with the job after college. Not that we're knocking jobs.
No, but working the pizza parlor as opposed to doing direct sales, I mean, the relationship doesn't exist because of the potential money that can be made in direct sales, but also the career that can emanate from being in direct sales. And one more thing, a young person in college who really, really applies himself to direct sales can come out of college almost debt-free because of the money that they're making that can support their education.
Not only that, direct sales teaches the kids, the young adults, personal power, personal improvement. They learn how to talk with other individuals, whether young or old. They learn about sales, they learn about marketing, they learn about appearances. They learn many, many things that they would not ordinarily learn.
So let's talk about that for so the Youth and Entrepreneur Society. What are we teaching them inside of this? We're teaching them image, you said. You're teaching how to dress, how to interact with people, how to sell. We're teaching them really how the world works and how they work inside of it. Isn't that right?
Yes, and in addition to that, how money works. Most children are taught what to think. They don't learn how to think. So with the YES organization, we're helping children. They will be my children. We're teaching them how to think. Even grown-ups don't always know how to think. They know what to think because they're programmed to think of whatever they're taught in school. But digital clocks, you know, the calculators and all these things, they don't know how to, you know, count the minutes after. They just know it's 10:18 because that's what the watch says.
You know, one of the important things I think that this organization, and we're going to call it YES just for sake of using your acronym, is going to bring is the ability for young people to mature very early, to develop their interactive skills, to begin to appreciate money, and to realize that being in business is, as we say, probably the most important thing that they can do. I'm really excited about it. If you really believe that you as a young person or your children as young people can be interested in the Youth Entrepreneur Society, connect with us. As you always do, you've been emailing us and calling us, and we really do appreciate that. We appreciate the feedback that you, our audience, have been giving. And I know, don't forget, we have a challenge you need to save. Brynda, thank you for being on, my personal muse and business coach. She'll be your business coach too. I'm not possessive. Brynda, any parting words?
Just think positive and remember, yes, we can all do this. Let's help the children, the young adults, and let's just do it.
Okay, I'm signing off. This is Don Moragne, leaving with the Modern Day Muse. We're looking forward to seeing you in our next segment of the Wealth Zone University. And remember, we're going to change your mind about money so we can change your financial future. We'll see you soon. Call us, tweet us, email us, and keep saving. Good night.